cityforwardcollective.org/donate. That's cityforwardcollective.org/donate.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting WTMJ.com/contests. That's WTMJ.com/contests.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for QC Kinetics. Admit it, sometimes when you're out and about, you see people you know are older than you, but they seem to be acting younger. They're out there exercising, swimming, playing tennis, enjoying life, and you wonder to yourself, why do I feel older than I really am? Well, it's that joint pain, right? That pain that makes you feel older. You're not that old. It's time to call QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics patients right here in Milwaukee are getting relief. They're feeling younger, jumping back into life full speed, and it didn't happen on an operating table. The sooner you start treatment at QC Kinetics, the sooner inflammation eases and the sooner joint damage slows down. And that's when you start to feel your age again. Find out if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics regenerative treatments. Call 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. Set yourself up with a free consultation and start living your life again. 414-667-5559. Call QC Kinetics today.
This is Brewers Weekly on WTMJ.
So I have to ask you then, game one of NLCS, of just every meme that's been out there about your reaction to the ball off the wall. And I know you've told the story before, but it's just like the baseball IQ of some of the guys. Like, to see it, like, take me into, you thought you caught it, obviously, and then now in hindsight, being able to watch it over and over, like, what a crazy play.
Yeah, so I for sure, I remember going back and I'm like, all right, this is gonna have a chance to get out. I gotta take this back. I just remember jumping up, ball hit my glove, then I hit the wall, and then I looked up and the ball was just kind of in midair. So I grabbed it. And initial thought, I'm like, all right, out, caught it. Let's get this ball in as quick as I can to the cut, because I thought maybe there were no outs that he would, or there was one out. But I thought they would maybe tag from first base. Somebody was tagging. So I'm like, let's get to the cut. Threw it to Joey. And I remember seeing Teoscar run back to third. And I'm like, oh, he must have thought it was a homer and was just running home. And then I realized that it was caught and went back. So I'm like, we're going to have a chance at home here. And when Joey threw it home, Contreras caught it but didn't tag him.
Right.
So I'm like, why didn't he tag him? Like, or at least attempt to tag. Because I'm like, it's not a force play. Like, he has to tag him. Signals out. So now I'm starting to get confused. And then Contreras just, like, walks to third. And now I'm just like, what is going on? I had no clue. I'm trying to watch the replay. They're not showing it on the board. And biggest credit of that whole play is definitely to the umpires who had it 1,000% right.
Yeah.
Even a lesson I didn't know is, if it hits an outfielder's glove and you're tagging from third, you can run. You don't have to wait for them to get possession of it. Like, they can't just pat it up and down and you can't go until they grab it. Like, as soon as it touches their glove, you can tag. So just a weird play, but yeah.
Can I tell you my vantage point on all that?
Yeah, please.
So I'm up there with BA and Frenchie and Ron, and I go straight to the monitor on anything on the wall. So we're tightening up and trying to see it. I see it off the wall instantly. So I'm yelling at BA, safe, 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 and he didn't look over in time because he originally called it out on the play.
Yeah.
And that's when he looks at me of what's going on. He's just signaled out, and I'm like, he's out, and takes off his headset, you got force out of third, force out of third.
Yeah.
And then it's just chaos because the left field umpire, forget who it was.
Yeah.
Was signaling safe.
Yeah.
And it's I look at the monitor and I look at the umpire because that's all I
had it right, yeah.
And it was just a master class of, like you said, the umpires are getting it right. But then furthermore, the awareness of everybody else to know, William saw it, Joey saw it, communication. It's something like a little thing that maybe other teams would lose sight of and just panic and throw their hands.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Was there a favorite meme that came out of that? Of anything that got sent to you?
No, I didn't really look at too many of them. Obviously we lost the game, and I didn't see too many of them.
Well, Joey was talking a little trash the next day.
Oh yeah, Joey for sure was. He said he was gonna get shirts, and yeah.
That's good. I mean, overall, and on NLCS, I know you go 0-4. What do you take? Does it burn the fire even brighter for this year? Obviously, the Dodgers are a heck of a team. They won the world title, but I think everybody in this room knows there was something to be had. There was more that the Brewers could have shown off in that CS. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we got swept, and we swept them during the regular season, right? Like, and 100% think that put the greatest pitcher in the world in front of our lineup. Like, I think we'll give them, a run for their money. But man, did those 4 guys pitch some of the best games I've ever seen, and I think our bats went quiet, and lost a, not getting one at home too out the gate was tough, and going to LA, another really hard place to play on the road. And yeah, I mean, it's not like it's burning an absolute fire. I was even telling this to other people, like, as definitely more upsetting than maybe losing in a game 7 to them, but I almost think that losing in a game 7 might have kept me up at night way more than getting swept by them. And it stinks, and a lot of us were really upset for a long time this offseason, but I mean, yeah, like you said, gets you hungry to come back the next year, and you learn stuff from it.
Are you able to watch the World Series, or do you want to watch the World Series?
No, not at all. Yeah, not even really baseball in general, outside of watching our boys play. But yeah,
I think it's a common trait across the league where the last thing some guys want to do, and it's not like a knock on the game, it's just more a knock on being the competitor of just like, I just got bounced, I don't want to watch.
Yeah, not a knock on the game at all. To your point, it's you're sour about it, right? Like, you just played 162 games plus playoffs, and you get bounced. It's like that's probably the last thing on your mind is turn on the baseball game.
Well, then, heading into this year, as we'll wrap it up here pretty soon, but like, what gets you excited, man? Like, just, you've won 3 straight division titles. This team's been in the playoffs 7 of the last 8 years. You're a big part of that. What gets you excited?
I mean, I love playing baseball. Like, that's just what I like to do. I like competing, and I love this team. Like, I think this was the most excited I ever was to get out to spring training, just knowing that we have pretty much the same group of guys, and those group of guys are some of my best friends, and I get to go out and basically spend every day with them for 8 months and try to win as many games as we can. So that's what really fires me up the most.
Do you enjoy proving people wrong? I feel like you've had to do that your whole life.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't want to sit here and be like I was the biggest underdog ever, like no one believed in me, because I've had such a good support circle, and I think just the one knock was I was always super small. And I was super small and skinny, and that was always the biggest knock. But I always feel like I had some skill, and it's obviously had to develop a ton, but it was nothing crazy, like I was getting cut from my high school team and stuff, but it's definitely just the size. And I think, like we were talking earlier, having the game go where it's going has been the best thing for me, I think. And when I was growing up, it was nobody like, you got your Pedroia or you got your Altuve. But other than that, it was really not a ton of guys that were undersized. But I just think the way the game went and how I lucked out with timing had been, my biggest asset with teams valuing players like that. So
when you look ahead at the rest of your career and the rest of what you hope to do in the big leagues, I mean, what are the biggest check marks? I mean, aside from a World Series, obviously. I mean, everyone wants to win the World Series.
Yeah.
How do you view what you can do in the big leagues?
Yeah, I mean, World Series is number 1, obviously. Number 2 would be pennant. Number 3 would be winning the division.
Just win. You just want to win.
Yeah, that's it. You mean individual?
Individually.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to win. That's like why you play. And again, I think the biggest thing is being on the field. Like, there's nothing worse than not playing. And I don't care how badly I'm playing or how good I'm playing. I'd rather be on the field than be hurt. So just having another full healthy season, staying off the IL, and making sure I'm doing things for my body to keep me on the field is always the number 1 goal besides winning.
What do you enjoy most about this clubhouse? You mentioned they're all your friends. I mean, do you view yourself as like one of the leaders of this clubhouse, or do you view yourself as somebody that, I'll listen to the orders as they come, but at the same time, like, I want to be, part of the environment that gets these guys connected to each other as a team?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm definitely not the guy that's holding team meetings and stuff at all like that. That's not me. I love being goofy in the clubhouse. So like, you can ask any of the guys. Like, I'm just an absolute maniac in there. But yes. At the same time, like, I love kind of leading on the field and just flip it on a switch when the game starts and going and getting dirty and, maybe sparking someone else's play that day, someone feeling down or maybe a young guy, stuff like that. So even in spring now, making sure you're running hard to first no matter what and, playing the game the right way just with all the young kids around. Like, feel you can lead. I like leading in that area a little bit better than vocally.
Appreciate the time, man.
Awesome, Dom. Thank you.
Great year, dude.
Let's do it.
He's awesome. I just love talking to Sal, my fellow short king, my fellow Italian. And, the joke that we always have, I'm engaged to a BU girl. He obviously went to BC. We have some trash talk around the bean pot every year. So my thanks to Sal. My thanks to you. We wrap up the program after this on 620 WTMJ.
Catch more Brewers Weekly coming up on WTMJ. Point taken with Scafidi and Bry.
I think there's generally a lot of discontent among voters on a lot of different issues. Economy, we've talked about healthcare. We probably haven't spent enough time on healthcare in the last month or so.
Do you want someone who is a quote-unquote fighter and is very anti-Trump and his policy, very anti some of the policies that have been in place for a majority Republican legislature, or is it someone who can compromise?
People like when you go to their town and you listen to them.
Weekdays from 10 to noon on WTMJ.
3 generations ago, it was about doing one thing and doing it right.
Hardwood, tile, carpet, floors that had to last because our name, Adair, was on them. Over time, homeowners asked us to do more. Kitchens, bathrooms, full remodels. And so our name changed to Adair Floors and Remodeling.
But flooring has always been the foundation, literally.
And it's something the next generation already understands.
Hi, I'm Ava. Hi, I'm Quinn. My dad does floors.
From hardwood and luxury vinyl plank to tile and carpet, we handle selection, layout, and professional installation.
And because we also remodel homes, we know how flooring works with everything else. Transitions, finishes, and long-term durability.
When you hire Adair, you're getting experience you can stand on and people who will be here for decades to come.
Call my dad. Bye-bye.
Adair Floors and Remodeling. Built on flooring, trusted for remodels. 3 generations, 1 standard. Call us at 414-761-3660 for your free flooring estimate.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex.com. Augustin Hadalick returns to the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra March 6th and 7th as soloist in Mendelssohn's soulful and fiery violin concerto. Don't miss this opportunity to hear one of the most celebrated artists of our time as he teams up with music director Ken David Mazur for an unforgettable concert experience filled with gorgeous melodies. Call the box office now to reserve your best seats at 414-291-7605 or online at mso.org. These concerts will also feature the mighty and romantic Symphony No. 3 by Johannes Brahms, as well as a self-described companion work to the Brahms Third by Detlev Glanert. It's a program of audience favorites that is sure to feature some of the most inspired music making you've ever heard. Don't miss Hadalick and Brahms at the MSO March 6th and 7th only. Visit mso.org for tickets and more information or call 414-291-7605.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. It's Brewers Weekly on WTMJ.
That is it for our program tonight and a long week of coverage here on WTMJ. And if you're listening in podcast form, just do me a favor. If you've made it this far to the end of the program, drop a rating, drop a like, drop a review, a 5-star if you so wish. Maybe it's less than 5 stars. I understand if you don't like it. But I just want to reiterate, I'm so grateful to WTMJ for letting me do this because we're the only radio station down here. The TV stations are only able to spend a couple of days down here. Now, obviously, I've got the advantage of being able to stay with my family. But I feel like the flagship station should provide stuff like this for you, and I hope you enjoy it. So spread the word. WTMJ is here, giving you all the Brewers coverage you want. You can follow me on social at DomCBaseball on Instagram, Dom_Cotroneo on X, and give you all the updates there. And so much good stuff on the YouTube page. We just had the Blake Perkins video that was released last week on ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube, where we go pitch by pitch in his battle in Game 1 of the NLDS. I would really encourage you to go watch that. We'll have all these videos as well up on YouTube. And obviously, if you're listening on the radio, Brewers All Access is where you can get all of these shows in podcast form. Our producer has been Isaac Marquardt. I'm Dom Cotroneo, live from Arizona, saying good night and keep on swinging.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Blood pressure with a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and minerals. And it's